We all experience it. None of us likes it. And we think there's nothing we can do about it. What am I talking about? Fear. And in today's episode, I'm going to show you a simple trick to conquer your fears and live your best life fearlessly. Hey sugar, so here's the thing. When transforming your life, there are 4 F's that can make or break your ability to level up. Friends, fear, faith, and forgiveness. In my book, Level Up, Living on the Levels God Intended, I dig deep into each of these, but today we're going to talk about fear. And the fear conquering strategy I'm going to show you includes using things like this, and maybe even some of this if that's what you're into. Okay, before we dive into the strategy, let's talk about what fear is exactly. Fear is an emotion that is caused by the thought that someone or something is dangerous. Did you catch that, sugar? Fear is an emotion that is caused by a thought. It is important to understand this because we experience fear in 2 places, in our heads and in our heart. Fear starts in our head with what we think will happen, the worst case scenarios we don't want to happen. And then we begin to ruminate on all of the what if options that could happen. Fear then begins to move from our heads down into our hearts, and we then start to feel the pounding in our chest, the elevated breathing, and the sweat trickling down our back. What starts in our thoughts becomes an emotion that leads to a physical reaction taking place in our body. Most of the fear we experience follows this same pattern. Now, there are indeed instances where we experience fear due to an actual external stimulus, like being chased by a dog, for example. And let me say this before I go any further. Sugar, if you are in an actual life-threatening situation, that feeling of fear is there to keep you safe. Please take the necessary precautions to ensure your safety. Now, barring any life-threatening fearful situations, most of our fear is generated from the internal imaginations of our mind. And these imaginations become the reality that stands between where we are and the goal we want to accomplish. We won't make the call, start the business, give the presentation, all because we are gripped by fear. We stay in our comfort zone, never realizing that the door to our next level is on the other side of that fear we won't face. And because fear is a natural emotion, we think that there's nothing we can do about it. So we surrender to our fear. We allow our fear to bully us into giving up on our dreams and aspirations. The truth is, sugar, there is something that we can do about our fear. First, take inventory of your thoughts. Remember, I said fear is an emotion caused by our thoughts. So sugar, you have to ask yourself, what am I thinking? When facing the unknown, are you thinking about all of the things that could go wrong or all of the things that could go right? The minute we allow our mind to feed on the worst case scenarios, we are opening the door to fear. And once fear gets inside our heads, it makes its way to our hearts and almost always makes us stop any forward progress towards our goal. But when we take inventory of our thoughts and stop the fearful thoughts before they get started, we will then easily lean into the infinite possibilities that lay ahead of us. Try this, sugar. Instead of asking yourself what's the worst that could happen, ask yourself what's the best that could happen. Next, I want you to lean into your fear. Jimmy Iovine, the music executive, once said that learning how to make our fear push us from behind instead of standing in front of us is a powerful thing. And I wholeheartedly agree. Learning how to use your fear as fuel to propel you forward makes you unstoppable. So to convert this into this, you have to lean in. In most situations, leaning in is as simple as asking questions. We fear what we don't know or understand and therefore run from it. But instead of running in fear, stop for a beat to ask questions. Learn more about the opportunity, the situation, the company, the person. Ask questions about the options available to you. Ask questions about how much fun would it be when you try this new thing. Ask a friend to come along with you. Ask. Don't allow your imaginations of the unknown to become the reality that keeps you from accomplishing your goals. Lean in, sugar, and just ask. The last step, and this is my favorite step, take a leap. This is where you take that bold and brave step forward. This is also where your heart starts to beat fast and where that scream starts to wiggle its way up out of your throat, because this is the point where you have to stare that fear in the face. But here's the secret, sugar. You get stronger after every leap. Now, I love roller coasters. You might not be able to tell from this picture, but I promise I really, really love roller coasters. In fact, my mom loves roller coasters too. Well, actually, now that I think about it, most of my family loves roller coasters. And during one of our many, many visits to an amusement park as a kid, I realized that the more roller coasters I rode, the less scary they became. I started on the little kiddie coasters, and before long, I worked my way up into the big steel coasters. The same holds true for our fear. The more we stare our fear in the face, the less scary it is, and the easier it is to face your fear the next time it pops up. You get stronger every time you stop to stare your fear in the face. Something else to know about taking the leap. The leap you take can be different from the fear you feel. Here's what I mean. After years of riding roller coasters, I finally realized that tackling my fear of that huge roller coaster at Six Flags gave me the courage to tackle the other scary things in my life. So when the fear of making a bad grade on a test or not getting into my top college choice came to choke my little 17-year-old dreams, I remembered I rode that big coaster and survived. So surely I could survive this test or this college application. Because I took the leap to face my fear in one situation, it made it easier to face my fear in other situations. Now, sugar, I'm not saying that you need to go out, find your nearest roller coaster, and go for a ride to conquer your fears. For you, it might be striking up a conversation with a stranger in line at Starbucks, or going back to school in your 40s, or signing up for swim lessons. The leap you take will be personal to you. Just know that when you take the leap and face your fear in one situation, it helps to build your confidence and enables you to conquer a fear in another situation. For me, what started with this turned into this. And before long, I was a bona fide fear-leaping adrenaline junkie. But nothing beats the time I did this. Okay, you can show them.
Hi, Tierini.
Hi!
Happy birthday!
It's my birthday!
She's gonna go jump out of a plane today, huh?
I am. My mother doesn't know. Shh, don't tell her.
Don't tell her. We'll tell her after, huh?
After.
So happy birthday. Are you nervous about this?
Now I'm not, but probably when we get ready to jump, I will be, but then it'll be too late.
Yeah, we'll be out that door.
Yeah, ride my fear, get her done.
All right,
Let's do
sweet.
it. Level up. Let's hit it.
All right,
Yay.
cool. We'll see you up there.
Woo!
Woo! How you doing?
I'm afraid now. The fear has set in, but it's too late. I have to do it. Doesn't matter.
She's gotta go, guys.
I gotta go.
All right, we'll see you outside the airplane. Woo!
Okay, pause. Sugar, this was the moment where I knew I'd made a terrible mistake. I even said it to the guy. Matter of fact, let's run that back. Sugar, read my lips. No, I'm scared. I don't want... Let's do a quick recap. I went from this to a whole out-of-body experience, to a full-blown panic attack, 10,000 feet in the air. But eventually, I made it to this. And I was having fun until that parachute popped out and scared the hell out of me all over again. Now, before you judge me for being scared of the life saving parachute, just know that that thing snatches your whole soul out of your body in a way that I can't even begin to explain. I mean, you know what? You know what? Let me just show you. And after checking to make sure my boobs were still on my body, this is what I said.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't hear a thing. Y'all, okay, so I don't know if I'm talking loud, but I just like for real jumped out of a plane.
I've seen it.
Like, for real jumped out of a parachute. Oh my God. Talk about riding your fears. Talk about adrenaline. I was scared and I don't know what. Oh, look at this. Oh my God. It is so beautiful up here.
It's a nice, beautiful day.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And that's the thing. There's so much beauty on the other side of your fear. If you do it, if you just persevere, if you push past the thing that's standing in front of you and use that as fuel and ride that thing, look at what it's doing. I don't care if you gotta scream. I don't care if you gotta cry. I don't care if you gotta shout. Do it. Do it. Go for it. Whatever it is you wake up. Whatever it is you're afraid of. I don't care if it's heights. I don't care if no one else has done it. I don't care if, oh my God. Whatever that fear is, insecurity, what other people are going to think, forget them. Do what you need to do. Jump. Take the jump. Talk about another level. It don't higher. It don't higher than this. Oh my God. Let's level up. Oh my God. I can hear a thing.
Now, for some reason, he thought it would be a good idea to let me control the parachute.
Oh my gosh. Cool. Okay. It's gonna be nauseous.
I'm gonna take this slow back from you.
Yeah.
We're gonna chill out for a little bit.
Yeah, we gonna chill. We gonna chill this thing. I'm feeling a little dizzy, y'all. Just a little upperketo. Little dizzy. Just a little dizzy. Oh my gosh. I probably got snot coming out my nose. I got snot coming out my nose. So.
And after all that fear riding fun, it was time to come in for the landing.
All right, sweetie.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do
We're back on the ground.
is we're gonna stand up, okay?
I still can't hear nothing.
All right, guys, listen to her. Come skydiving. Face those fears. Transcend that fear.
Level up.
Come
That's
on,
all I got to say.
Skydive.
Level up.